My son is due in 37 days, which is wild. But with that in mind, I've started to think about what are the rules and guidelines that we want to put in place for those first few weeks and months when I know I'm going to be depleted. And I feel like while I could wait until the baby's here to say these things, I'd rather say them in advance so that I've kind of set the expectation up front. The thing is, I don't know how much of this is reasonable and how much of this is maybe me being a little bit of a control freak. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. The first rule is please don't kiss the baby anywhere for the first 3 months. And when you're going to hold the baby, please wash your hands beforehand. I feel like that's a pretty standard one. The next rule, if you are feeling sick at all, please do not come. Please stay home, rest up. Do not pass whatever you have on to our baby, even if it's like a little tickly throat. We don't want that around him. The next rule, no unannounced visits, which I feel like I don't need to say, but I want to say it just to be safe. And along that note, please don't bring any unexpected guests with you when you do visit. And bear in mind that we will likely just want to see immediate family for those first few weeks. Please don't bring friends. Next rule, please don't be offended if we ask for space. So I could just imagine, rightly or wrongly, everyone coming to my house and wanting to stay for like 5 hours, having the TV on, watching football, and I'm in bed recovering, and I just want it to be known up front that this is a time of healing. This is a time of like a new chapter with our little new family. Please don't be offended if we say, hey guys, we're tired. Do you mind if we see you another time? Next rule, please don't announce our birth or post photos without asking us first. I think that's a reasonable one. But again, something that I don't feel like I should have to say, but for what happened with my pregnancy announcement, I feel like it's something that I do want to say just to cover my bases. Next one, if you are a man, unless you're my husband, if I need to breastfeed, please leave the room. I know some women don't have a problem with this. I just don't love the idea of like my brother-in-law or my father-in-law seeing me exposed. Next rule, the baby's routine is the priority. If you plan to visit at a certain time when the baby's meant to be awake, if the baby then has to go to sleep before you get here, you've missed your window and it is what it is. The next rule, if the baby's crying, please hand him back to mom or dad. And the last rule is that our rules are the rules no matter what, no matter where we are, if we're at your house, if we're out and about, if you are alone with our son at some point in the future, which won't be happening for a while, but please respect our rules and abide by them. And on that note, please don't give opinions, just support. I know a lot of people have a lot of opinions about child rearing, especially people who are like my parents' age. I understand it too because they've been through it. They've actually had kids, whereas this is our first kid. But I think parenting has changed so much in the last 30 years since they've done it. And not only that, but we've done the preparation, we've done the research, we have our plan. Unless we ask for your opinion, please don't give it. I think this is going to be the hardest rule for some of my family members to follow, if I'm being honest. But it is something that I want to lay out up front. Are these reasonable? I think they're reasonable, but I feel like the bad guy having to say this. I feel like I'm the fun police, but I also want to protect my peace at the same time. It's a tough balance. Would love to hear if you had any additional rules or if any of these you don't think are necessary. Please let me know in the comments. Help a new mom out.